Crypto Army, what up? DeFi Army, what up? Hey, it's your boy J Rob. We back at it again. In today's episode, we're going to talk about what you should avoid in the SafeMoon fiasco. Things to avoid. Mistakes to avoid. Now, what I'll say is, I say SafeMoon fiasco tongue-in-cheek, right? I mean, there's serious stakes here, right? I mean, people are facing up to 25 years in prison after someone in a similar-looking situation on the surface is found guilty of up to 115 years in prison. So, I mean, it's some real stuff on the line here. So I say SafeMoon fiasco jokingly a little bit, but I mean, it's not a joke. I mean, there's real stuff at stake here. But nonetheless, things we should learn, guys, things we should avoid. Now, I'm going to be honest. This situation, believe it or not, was a test. What was it a test of? It was a test of your system and your internal fortitude. And I'll be honest with you. Having failed and passed in these types of tests, luckily, for me, in this situation, I passed, but I've had situations where I failed this test. And a lot of it has to do with your system. Because your internal fortitude, yeah, you can have it all you want, but guess what? If you don't have a system, you make a dumb decision, it's going to crumble you, when you lose money. So what I'll say is, and again, going back to what bothered me with what Moonboy Crypto did, now SafeMoon Joe, I guess he's Squid Grow Joe now, dropped a video, and these guys dropping videos. I guess what bothers me is they're two sides of the same coin, really. Because honestly, the person that invests without a system is dumb. And the person that sells, gets out of an investment without a system is dumb. Now you ask yourself, J-Rod, does that mean you're smart? No, that means in this situation, I have learned to be smart. But I've been dumb before. I've YOLO'd into a ton of trades. But what I'll say is, I learned. I am learning. I am continuing to learn. There's a guy I listen to, maybe I'll do some reaction videos to some of his stuff on YouTube. His name is Myron Golden. And he's sort of a finance guy, but he also talks biblical principles too. And one of the things he talks about is the biblical definition, the Hebrew definition of wisdom. We have it wrong. Wisdom is not, it is an ability, but it's not smarts. It's skill. You appear smart because of how skilled you become. That's why wisdom is gained, because skill is gained. You play an RPG, what do you get? Skill points that go towards your experience to level up. So skill is something that's gained. It's not something that's given. You got to go out and get it. Make your mistakes, grow, learn. That's what you got to do. Now, why do I say you're dumb or unskilled if you invest without a system? And if you get out of investment or if you sell without a system, whether you win or lose. The reason why is, tell me this, for myself included, how have Moonboy Crypto, Squid Grow Joe, Generation Crypto, RJ, how have these guys, and not saying every single one of them because I don't know them personally, but definitely ones that are talking junk, how have these guys made a smart decision by simply being out of a trade. I mean, Safe Moon Joe's trade is now Squid Grow Joe. Okay, Squid Grow is more reliable, has better prospects than Safe Moon. Squid Grow. Come on now. No one's going to fault you for, even if Safe Moon's a scam, no one's going to fault someone for thinking that a future blockchain exchange and DeFi swap are a scam. To find out that, oh man, I messed up on that. But a coin named after a popular Netflix show that's also named after a honeypot scam, Squid Game, honeypot scam, if you remember that one. It's also named after that. And oh, it's different because it's Squid Grow. I'm just saying. How do we get in these situations where we're laughing at people that fail or fall into hardship, and we're thinking we made the right choice? Right? How do we get into these spots? Well, we get into these spots because we don't have systems. That's why we're no better. Because honestly, if Squid Grow Joe, or wherever he calls himself now, I guess he calls himself Squid Grow Joe, formerly Safe Moon Joe, if he really had a system, he wouldn't need to come back and dump on Safe Moon the second it fell apart. Why? Because he'd be working his system. He wouldn't have time to dump on Safe Moon. He wouldn't have time to do anything other than figure out if his system's working, to keep it working, and if it's not working, where are the fail points? That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. And my thing is, these guys are quiet until, something happens. So now they're going to have fodder for the next, year, 2 years, as the case goes on. And again, if they were treating it from a journalistic perspective, it'd be fine. But they're like troll journalists, right? Where it's like they only show up to rag on the bad news. And if there's good news, they only show up to troll it, and say, well, hey, it ain't as good as you think. They only show up to FUD it. And to me, that's a definition of FUD, right? When you are either uninformed or intentionally deceiving, which I put Squid Grow Joe and a lot of those guys into the intentionally deceiving bucket, because I don't think they're uninformed. I learned a lot of things I know about crypto from them. So I know they're not uninformed. So you're either uninformed or intentionally deceiving for your own agenda or out of your own bitterness. And you're trying to drag a community down. You're trying to bring them down and pull them into the misery you're in. So that's my take on that. But again, why is it bad? Why? Why is it bad? And what is the system? Now, a system is something that you set up, that you work on, that you perfect, that works to your benefit over time, right? I'm going to be honest. My goal next cycle, next crypto bull run, or definitely the bull run after that, is to make $100,000 to $1 million, right? I saw Safe Moon as that vehicle. Now, innocent until proven guilty, pending the trial, we'll see. I still believe in the tech if they complete it. But obviously your CEO going on trial and facing up to 25 years in prison is a little more than a hindrance, right? It's a little more than a bump in the road. Now, if I'm being honest, I don't see any other DeFi trade with that big of a prospect, if I'm being honest. Doesn't mean I won't go to other DeFi trades. I mean, Evergrow has Atlas Wallet coming out, which does some of the same things as Spritz Finance, which is dope. If you don't know anything about Spritz Finance, look it up. Spritz Finance. They're not paying me to say this. Their app is dope. And Atlas Wallet, which Evergrow is working on, is supposed to do some of those same things, on-ramping and off-ramping your crypto and things like that, which would be dope. Now, do I think that is a $7-figure $1 million idea? If I'm being honest, no. But it definitely is a 6-figure idea. I definitely think it can. Yes. And listen, if the worst thing that happens to me in 2 years is I'm sitting on over $100,000, I'll take that. I'll take that. I will take that loss. I'll take it. But how do I get there, right? How do I get there? The how is just as important as the if. How I get there is just as important as if I get there. And this is what I'm talking about with systems, guys. And we talked about this a lot in the previous videos about the hot hand theory. Dudes just taking shots. They just taking shots. That's pretty much the issue with Moonboy Crypto, Squid Grow Joe, and these guys. They out here taking shots. And you know what they're doing? They're laughing because it looks like we missed. We missed the 3. We're down 8 with 2 minutes to go. Now, if you're a basketball fan, you get, in 2 minutes, you can get 4 possessions. If you make 3 consecutive threes on 4 possessions and get 4 stops, you win by 4 points. Stranger things have happened. So it's not saying the game is over, but they're laughing because we missed the 3 and there's 2 minutes left. Ask Reggie Miller. He had a miraculous quick second comeback, made about 3 threes in a row, kaboom, beat the Knicks, beat my Knicks when I was a kid. But here's the thing. They're laughing at us. Not us, but they're not laughing at us because I think they're humans. They feel pain for people that lost money because they lose money. They've lost money. That's why they're hurting. But they're laughing at Caroni and these guys going down because they took their shots, missed, and for some of them, Caroni said, "Get out my gym." And they said, "Oh, okay, well, I'm gonna burn your gym down when I get the chance." But why are we shooting? Why are we shooting? Why are we not owners? Why are we not writing the paychecks for people? Because we don't build systems. Now, the system I'm using, not financial advice, is dollar cost averaging. It's not sexy. It's not cool. But guess what? It got me through the SafeMoon situation. Because I know next paycheck, a small percentage of my money is going towards the crypto investment. And guess what? Maybe I'll put a small percentage of that small percentage into a little more SafeMoon, and then I'll divest a big percentage of that small percentage to some Evergrow and some ADA Cash. And guess what, guys? I think I'm going to have a job for the next 2 years. I mean, anything can happen, right? But I think I'll have a job the next 2 years. And so that means I got about 40-something more paychecks. Boom. Dollar cost averaging. So guess what? Okay, I missed a shot, but I got another game. Do you? You YouTube haters? Or y'all just moving on to the next thing to YOLO into? Or you know what? YOLOing into didn't work. I'm not YOLOing into trades didn't work. I'm not going to trade and I'm selling because I'm not going to learn. I'm not going to become skilled. That's your attitude, huh? I mean, it's got to be. It's the only reason I could see you only having something to talk about when SafeMoon falls or when you can rag on it. Because if you were building your system, if you were dollar cost averaging, I just don't. Honestly, I'm chronicling my journey and talking about what I'm doing, but from an investing perspective, the dollar cost averaging is helping me so much that I'm not thinking about what these guys are saying. Entering the YouTube space as a YouTuber, I am vexed because I know they know more and they're withholding. I know they're more knowledgeable and they're withholding because they're hurt and they want others to feel their pain. Not the investors, but they want the developers to feel their pain. I went down, I want you to go down. And I don't think that's right. And it bothers me. If I'm being honest, it bothers me. But from an investing perspective, I'm just like, okay, got another game next Thursday. Let's see how we're gonna coach them up. Let's see if this opponent, okay, that opponent played zone, they beat us. Let's go ahead and put Shaq in the middle and play zone on them. Let's see if we can get a win. So I mean, it's the dollar cost averaging, guys. That's a great system, and not financial advice, but that's a great system for me. It's brought me so much peace because I used to drop 300 on a coin, and sometimes I made a lot of money, but it felt like I got lucky. And can I do that again? Can I duplicate that? Man, I can duplicate. Not giving you my exact numbers, but I can duplicate 2% out my paycheck next pay period. I can duplicate that. I can duplicate that for the next 10 years. So all I'm saying is systems. And see, the thing is, if I say, I can duplicate 2%, can I do 3? I can do 3. Can I do 7? See what I'm saying? I can't do 7. I can't do 7%. Let me go back to 5% next paycheck. See what I'm saying? That's where my head's at. We cooking over here. We're not just doing hot hand fallacies. Okay, we took a shot on Safe Moon. We missed a crucial three-pointer. It's about 2 minutes left in the game. The win probability or whatever is, 12%. Okay. But guess what? If we're dollar cost averaging or implementing some kind of system, we got another game. That's the point. We got another game. Because we're not just taking shots and this is it. If we miss, that's it. We're out. This is a 7-game series. This is not a Super Bowl or NCAA tournament. This is a 7-game series. And guess what, guys? Even if Safe Moon goes down and it ends up going to 0 and not making us a ton of money, that was game 1. This best of 7. And so there's other investments out there. There's other trades out there. With a system, you can honestly do both. Because that's what I'm going to do, honestly. Not financial advice, just chronicling my journey. That's what I'm going to do. So guess what? I'm probably next paycheck, I'm a C. But my little percentage, a little percentage of that percentage might go to Safe Moon. And then the rest might go to Evergrow, Ada Cash, Ripple, maybe a little Ethereum. Because you got to buy Ethereum to send it anyways. So maybe I'll hold a little Ethereum there. But guess what, guys? The bottom line is I got another game because I got a system. And I don't like that these guys are lying to you, in my opinion. I believe they are lying. They're either stupid or they're lying. And I don't think they're stupid. So I know they're lying. In my opinion, maybe they're stupid, but I doubt they're stupid because like I said, a lot of stuff I know about crypto, I learned from those guys. So I know I don't believe they're stupid. So they're lying to you. And I don't like when people lie. Even to myself. You know, even when I've lied to defend myself in some scenario. You know, I always felt refreshed when I got called on it. It's like, man, cut that out, man. Cut that out. You know? So I'm not saying I've never lied before in my anger, in my hurt, in my pain, in my bitterness. But guess what? I've been healed. And I want these guys to be healed of that, man. Stop lying, man. Stop lying. Like a lot of Safe Moon's losses ain't because of this arrest. The current one's because of the arrest. But the bulk of the losses are because of Bitcoin's correction. The bulk of the losses, the 90%, is because of Bitcoin's correction. Look at the market. It's a bloodbath. Everything was red. Everything was down 85, 90%, including Bitcoin. So that's my only problem with them. But again, why do you lie? Because you took a shot, thinking wrong, thinking that was the last game. You missed. And now instead of acknowledging and learning and saying, hey, maybe I shouldn't just be taking shots. Maybe I should develop a system to protect myself. You do the next worst thing, which is blame someone else. So yeah, guys, this is how we are going to avoid the biggest mistake in SafeMoon. It's developing a system. That's honestly how, if the off chance that SafeMoon does survive to the next bull run, and Nagy and Thomas go down, and Caroni gets, acquitted, because again, innocent till proven guilty. We gotta let the trial play out. But that is how we can honestly do both, walk and chew gum at the same time. That is how we can still make money on what SafeMoon does if it's able to do something after that, and that's a big if. That's how we do that and still be protected, making money in other trades, either way. Because we got a system and we not just taking shots. Let them laugh because you missed. Because it's just game one. Giannis Antetokounmpo won a championship with the Bucks when, and don't quote me on this, but I believe it was the Celtics. Celtics blew them out in the finals in one game by over 20 points. Giannis said, it's one game. We got a whole series. The media went nuts because the media caters to the average person. The average person just be taking shots. Oh, we lost by 20. That must mean we can't win ever again. No. He said it's one game. We'll adjust. We'll make the adjustment. They made the adjustment. Giannis Antetokounmpo won the finals. Let's make the adjustment, guys. Let's develop a system. If we don't have a system, let's implement one. Again, my system, you don't got to do it, but my system is dollar cost averaging. I'm being honest with you. Every pay period, I won't go into the numbers, but every pay period, I put a small percentage of my money aside into crypto, into DeFi. That's what I'm into, is DeFi, because I think it gives us the best chances to change our situation. Put a small percentage in, and DeFi is SafeMoon, Evergrow, ADA Cash, BBTF, Don Bailey, I see you. And then a little bit of Ripple, a little bit of Ethereum, a little bit of blue chips. But that's me, guys, and that's my system. It's a well-known, proven system that a lot of people use in this space, dollar cost averaging. But that's what I do, man. Every pay period, small percentage. Treat it like a little savings account. So let's do it, man. Let's get it, man. let's do our best not to pay attention to these guys that are just laughing because we put up a brick. All right, they're just laughing because we put up a brick, and we didn't even do it. I mean, we can't control. We are placing our private capital, hoping these things work out. But I don't work for SafeMoon. You don't work for SafeMoon. So it's like, even still, we just put up a brick because we put our money into them. But guess what? With the system, you ain't got to worry about them guys, man. Giannis let them laugh at him. Then he went and won the finals. Because he had a system. He said, okay, here's what we did wrong. Let's go ahead and fix it. Here's where we can get him. He went and got him, man. Let's go get him. Crypto Army, what up? DeFi Army, what up? It's your boy J-Rod. You already know what it is. We out of here. Holla back.